Welcome to the very first episode of the Basement Ballers. My name is Kareem, that's Brahim, and we come to you live from an unknown location in Canada to bring you football news, banter football clubs, talk shit about your favorite football clubs,
Make you cry, but we don't care.
and sometimes put a smile on your face if you support our favorite football clubs. But that's besides the point because most of the time you're not going to.
I am also insufferable, so even if you did support my football club, you'll probably hate it by the time you watch our videos.
Indeed. So, yes, welcome, Basement Ballers. If you guys have been following the YouTube channel for a while or the TikTok for a while, you will know that those are our most popular platforms. This is where we post all of our shorts. But this is our first attempt at posting long form content. You got Ballers analysis, you got Baller banter, and you got Baller. You know what I'm saying? So, strap in and wait for videos to come out every week. If you guys got video suggestions, if you guys got questions of the day, questions of the week, post them in the comments.
Everything. We want everything from you guys. And I mean everything, literally.
Yeah. So we wanted to use this video though as like a basement baller introduction. This is going to be posted on our YouTube with small clips posted in other social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and so on and so forth.
TikToks will always come to you every day along with the shorts. This is just our way of giving more to you guys since you guys we're already 267 strong on YouTube, 3.5K on TikTok. This is our way of giving back. And hopefully you guys will be along for the journey and that, we'll get big one day, man, hopefully.
100%. And listen, if you like basement baller content, share it with your mama, share it with your father, share it with your grandmother, and share it with your sister.
The homeless dude on the street, bro, he's begging. Like, if you can't give him food or money, even though we all know you got money, you just don't want to give it to him, you selfish bastard. Give him this content.
100%. But without further ado, let's get into the content of today's video. It's going to be a bit of a question and answer session, just talking about our love for football. And then you guys let us know your answers to every question that we proposed today. Starting off first, Brahim. Who was the player that made you fall in love with football?
So, ironically, I would say you'd think, I always told you it was Messi, which is true. But the first player that actually made me really fall in love with the sport was... I'll let you take a guess, maybe. Could you guess? It's a La Liga striking legend. Played for Valencia, Barca. Played for Spain. Could you guess or no? I know you're not big into La Liga.
Villa?
Yes, David Villa, exactly. David Villa and obviously Messi. But David Villa used to be like probably my favorite player as a kid because I was just in love with like the little shit mohawk he had and stuff, and he had like a little pinch right here. So yeah, me basically, him, obviously Messi. I would say Neymar to an extent too, but like by the time Neymar came around, I'd already be watching for like a couple years, right? So like for me, definitely Messi. Obviously watching highlights. My first memory of him was probably, I'd say, there was that. I didn't watch it live. I saw it on YouTube clips, but that run he did in the Copa del Rey against Getafe where he dribbled past everyone, that's probably my first core memory. And also, my first memory watching him live was the Champions League final of 2009 when he did that header against Man United, obviously. So, yeah. What about you, man?
So I definitely started watching football like a couple years after you did, even though I'm older. At the end of the day, I think I remember first experience watching football was the 2006 World Cup, but it wasn't the thing that got me through the door. Even though there were like a lot of moments where I was like, wow, like that's pretty awesome, Ronaldinho, R9, these guys. But these guys are like not the guys that made me fall in love with football. The one was Neymar, because I remember the first time I ever really tuned into footy was the 2014 World Cup, and he was like the star of that era. Like I know a lot of you guys were like watching footy, and you guys were paying attention, especially you La Liga potheads were paying attention to the coming of Neymar, pause and all that shit. But nah, for me, my first real exposure to him was in that World Cup, and I remember just how devastating it was to watch him go down against Colombia. And yeah, I mean, the rest is history. His Barca days were iconic. His PSG days were less iconic, except for those first,
Yeah, we don't. We'll just pretend Neymar didn't go.
We don't
to
talk
PSG.
about 2017 onwards Neymar. We don't talk about Saudi Arabia Neymar. We don't talk about
Although statistically speaking, I'm pretty sure either his first or second year at PSG was probably statistically, I think, his best seasons of his career. I think. Especially, I remember, here's the thing. 2018-19 Neymar, right? They didn't win the Champions League. They actually got embarrassed by Man United and lost in the round of 16, right? With that, everyone knows the iconic face he made. But basically, Statistically, I remember watching him that year, and like he had that one game against Bayern. I think it was that was the year after. Actually, I'm lying, but yeah, he had a game against Liverpool. I believe they lost that game. I remember that game. He basically, I think, like he was just crazy, man. Obviously, we'll get to Liverpool a bit later, but yeah, like Neymar was just he's just the guy, man. I mean, I don't get why he left Barca.
Well, you know what, man? Honestly, like I sometimes like you forget just how much of the guy he was. But I was like, and I know he played like a lot of his career in La Liga and in Liga and everything. But like obviously, who's the hot topic right now in footy? It's Salah, right? A lot of people talking about Salah stats. If you compare Neymar stats to Salah stats, it's not like
Watch where you're going with this, man.
no, like it's like I didn't even know Neymar had that many goals. Like you know what I mean? Like Neymar, like
It's because Neymar was in a time where GA is just a prop up players who are shit. But you know, someone said this yesterday, and I agree wholeheartedly. Salah is basically the Erling Haaland of wingers. Essentially, if he doesn't score a goal or anything, you don't really notice him. I'm not tired of this GA.
I disagree.
Of course you disagree, but
Because-
this is why you guys are here, to hear us disagree. If we agreed with each other all the time, this would be boring, and you guys wouldn't watch
I just
this.
think that people that don't rate Salah are people that don't watch Salah.
It's not that I don't rate Salah. I rate him, but like obviously we're never gonna agree on this. I will always say Hazard's better than him. Obviously, it's the age-old debate. I feel like if you have real knowledge, you'll say Hazard's better. And based on my knowledge that you guys are saying, you guys know what kind of fan I am of football. Like you guys can tell what he likes, or you can tell what I like. That's why you guys should stay here and watch us.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
moving
Neymar.
on, yeah,
Neymar,
Neymar, exactly.
shout out to him.
It's not so tangent, but yeah.
And you know what? Just back to the one final point about Neymar. That 2017, where I think like before his injury, he was Ballon d'Or. Like,
Oh yeah, but yo, he's the best footballer after Neymar, not after Ronaldo and Messi. He's the best footballer of our generation. I mean, me personally, and that might be a hot take. I think based on football ability, he's not that like Ronaldo's obviously way greater than him accolades wise. I think based on footballing ability though, they're not that much different.
but I think if you're talking about footballing ability, there's not a lot of people that like go
Yeah,
toe to toe with Neymar. Like,
shit, he can go toe to toe with Messi practically on football ability. Like that's
yeah,
how good
I mean,
he
like,
is.
He's
But
just honestly,
but-
like he's the one player that like I really wanted him to just reach his potential, because his potential would have been insane. It wouldn't have been to the level of Messi, but it would have been like you're talking about like World Cup potentially, where you're talking about like I don't know.
That's Neymar, though. Obviously, we're not going to want to go too much on a tangent. That's for other videos. But I'd like to ask you as well, who is your favorite team?
Well, I didn't wear this jersey because I like the color. I mean, I do kind of like the color, but Liverpool Football Club, the greatest club in England, the greatest club in Europe currently. We are the best. We are the favorites to win the Premier League title. We are probably not the favorites to win the Champions League, but you know what? We'll definitely give a couple people a run for their money on that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Liverpool, obviously, I fell in love with Liverpool mainly because of Mohamed Salah. Before, I was watching a lot of like La Liga, but like in terms of Premier League, I fell in love with Liverpool when Mo Salah joined, I think. And that's why I will defend Salah until I die. But yeah, so that obviously, it feels good to be a Liverpool fan currently. We didn't start off 2025 very well, you know what I'm saying? But shout outs to Liverpool, shout outs to the Reds. If you guys have been keeping up with our shorts and TikToks, you already know who I support. But you, Brahim, let me know.
Me, so obviously, if it wasn't obvious by now, Barcelona is my favorite team. Reason why is because, I mean, obviously as a kid, you bandwagon the best teams. And me growing up, from like I started really like paying attention around like late 2000s, like 2009, 10, those kind of years. And yeah, obviously Barca was the best team then, and obviously Messi was my favorite player just because like obviously watches games, highlights, whatever. So Barcelona was always my favorite team growing up. And obviously, I have an affinity as well for Arsenal, just because Arsenal to me have always been like the Barca of England, not in terms of trophies and like culture or whatever, just in terms of like style of play. Everyone knows the Arsene Wenger days, our Wenger ball, tiki taka, fast pace, whatever. That's like my favorite kind of football, obviously. So, me, Barca, and Arsenal, but specifically Barca are my teams. Arsenal for me is like a team I like a lot. Obviously, I do watch a lot of Premier League because how can you not? It is like the most viewed. I'm not gonna say it's the best league in the world, but it's the most viewed league in the world. So obviously you have to pay attention to it. So yeah, Arsenal for me is definitely my English team, but Barca to me is my main team and will always be my main team till the day I die. Which leads us to the other question: who's your most hated team? Me, Madrid. I don't need to explain further. I hate Madrid. If you're a Madrid fan, I love you. You can stay here. I just hate your team, and I will shit talk your team for the rest of eternity. What about you?
And you know what? Like I think I started gaining a great distaste in Madrid fans over the last couple of years, especially. But I always knew they were kind of annoying.
They kick your ass all the time. Huh?
Yeah,
I will give them the
100%. So, but no, obviously, like I'm not gonna hate on a team that doesn't even play in my league, you know. But it's probably the obvious answer, but it has to be Manchester United, just because it's a combination of like we own that club, Liverpool, especially currently, you know, in the last several years. But it's a combination of they think they're all that. Their fans are annoying. Every year it's the same story of, oh, you know, we're going to compete. We're going to do this. Look who we signed. Look who we did this. And then a couple games into the season, it's like, oh, why did the Glazers sign that? Why did Ineos do this? Why did, you know what I mean? So it's a combination of like so many things about that club just irk me. Plus the Shaitan Club, bro. You know, listen, as a Muslim brother, I can't be supporting no devil club.
Yeah, the Red Devils, man.
You know what I
And
mean?
finally, just to ask you real quick, because we don't want to go too long on this. Who would be a dream player of yours if you could sign one right now?
I mean, listen, like if I was talking about like not like if it's not about position, it has to be about like who fits in.
Who just not even, man. Just who would you want to see at Liverpool?
Man, that's crazy. That's a good question. Man, you know what? How about Valverde?
Valverde.
I would love Valverde.
Yeah, he would also. Yeah, Valverde definitely would fit into the I think the culture of Liverpool, definitely, because he's a hard-nosed bastard.
Yeah, but we also just don't have like that many players on our team that have that long shot ability.
I mean, Szoboszlai, man, he has a few good highlights.
He does,
you know?
but he's only, I think, if I recall, I remember there was one goal against Leicester last season that he scored as like a pretty like nice banger out the box. But like his GAs are not like
We don't.
I know.
We don't care about GA here.
His output,
Yeah.
it's not something that we were expecting when we signed him. Is he?
course.
Has he done well in the last few months? Of course, and I actually really love that player. But in terms of like somebody who can just like threaten you from like many positions within like the attacking end, Valverde would be nice. But man, honestly, I'm looking at left backs. Alphonso Davies would be great too.
I mean, yeah, Alphonso Davies is a good shot. Me personally, if you give me just one player I can sign right now, give me Haaland, because I think Haaland is like amazing. It's just that Barca's biggest issue obviously is we are not clinical at all. Like we'll create 15 chances, we'll score 1 goal. Madrid will create 5 chances, they'll score 4 goals. Why? Because they're clinical. We don't have a clinical striker. We have a donkey as our striker. So get me Haaland, bro. Get him to the Camp Nou. My dream signing, I take him. If I were to take someone else, I don't know, get me, bro, you can get the local Sunday League goalkeeper. Just get me another goalkeeper because I can't stand Ter Stegen. Rest up. I hope his recovery's going well. Get out of my club. But that's pretty much it. Now, Kareem, before we end this video, tell the fans what they can expect from us on this channel.
Well, listen here, Brahim. There's a lot of things that you can expect from the Basement Ballers channel. First of all, when you subscribe, hit the follow button or hit any button that relates to like stalking us, you become an honorary baller. The benefits are unimaginable. You get a nice little badge that we send to your house. No, I'm playing. But you become an honorary baller. It's an imaginary little accolade, and you can tell your mom about it.
Exactly.
That's first. Number 2 is you can keep up to date with everything football related. You want to know about your favorite team? Well, you're probably going to hear about it. Will it be in a negative fashion? Perhaps. But you know what? That's just how Basement Ballers work.
And that's not just here as well. This is YouTube. This is like the longer form. If you want like the short form where we actually really drill into your team, pause. You know where to hit us, man. You go on TikTok. Obviously, those TikToks on YouTube as well. It's everywhere, man. Like there's never going to be a shortage of content.
100%. And you know what you guys got to do? There's a description box below. All our socials are going to be in there. Our most common platforms are YouTube, of course, TikTok, and Instagram. So definitely go check us out. Our content is going up. It's 2025. It's a new year. This is the Basement Baller year, so you don't want to miss it. Let us know in the comments what you thought about every single topic that we talked about today. The questions, you can give your answers in the comments and tell us why. Don't just say, oh, I like West Ham. You know what I mean? Just give us a little
Tell us why you like West Ham.
Yeah. Is it because you like hammers? Is it because you like banging things? Tell us.
You ain't got to say it like that. But yeah, for sure. Well, anything else?
That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys tune into the next couple of videos and subscribe, follow, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace out.